If you're not subscribed to my channel, press that little red button and subscribe because there's lots of exciting things to come.
Hello, it's Jade here from The Rawsome Truth. Today I want to talk to you about a question I was asked the other day. A girl asked me, Jade, do you eat less now that you're a fully established raw vegan? And that was a really good question because there's so many people say so many things that it can become quite confusing when you come into this lifestyle. I know years ago when I started looking into going raw, I just got so many conflicting answers about so many things. I thought, oh my God, this is so hard. How do I know what to do? So basically, I'm going to just tell you what has worked for me and what I've done. When I first started raw, a long time ago, I went raw for about 2 months, and I believe I was under eating, and I got very sick. I got really bad headaches, like extremely. I ended up having a headache for 14 days, and I ended up having to go to hospital and have water through a drip pumped into my veins for 3 days in a row. I must have just completely under-eaten. I thought I was eating heaps because it looks like you're eating heaps on this lifestyle, because compared to, your smaller bowls of food, because grains and, tofu and all those kind of foods have higher amounts of calories and, of course, fruits and veg. So I thought I was eating heaps, but in reality, I wasn't. So that was it. After that, I didn't go raw for some time. I thought, you know what, I'm going to put more research into this and really find out what I need to do in order to sustain this lifestyle. So when I first started, just over 12 months ago, I made a decision that I am going to build the solid foundations for sustaining a life as a raw vegan. In order to do that, I didn't want to put any restrictions on myself, because if I started putting restrictions on myself, I'm coming from somebody who is prone to binge eating. I can uncontrollably binge eat, so I'm a binge eater, and I didn't want to put those restrictions on myself where all of a sudden I go, I'm so hungry, and next thing you know, I'm not eating raw anymore because I just can't handle the hunger. I lived on 1,200 calories for 4 years and diet products and caffeine, and I'm just so cautious as to what I do because I don't want to get back to where I was. So what I did was I said to myself, Jade, your first focus is not going to be weight loss. And that was really important for me to say that, because for me, I have been super, super skinny, and I'm not super skinny where I was. I was probably about 10 kilos lighter. I don't know. I honestly don't know how much I weigh at the moment because I've got no access to any scales while I'm traveling, which is a good thing. And I'm going to do another video on that. Anyhow, so for me, that's always something in my head. I want to be super tiny. I want to be little, blah, blah, blah. So I really talked to myself first and said, you know what, that's not going to be your first priority. So I put my first priority as my skin. I had really bad cystic acne because I've had a lot of hormonal issues. So I thought, you know what, I've got to balance my hormones. Until my hormones were balanced anyway, the weight isn't going to come off. And luckily, since I've been here in Thailand, it's just starting to come off and I'm starting to feel really great. But I've been a raw vegan for over a year, so it's been a bit of a long process. But let me just tell you why. And so I didn't want to put those restrictions on myself. So what I did when I was saying I'm going to build the foundations was I chose to eat as much as I liked. And I was probably eating up to 3,500 calories a day. and I was having a lot of juices just to make sure that I was getting enough nutrients. I was having green juices, apple juices, pineapple juices, watermelon juices, every juice. I was having lots of juices. And I was also eating a lot of medjool dates and a lot of bananas and, just lots of stuff. And I was staying satisfied, which was great because I was building the solid foundations where I said, you know what? I love this lifestyle because I'm eating so much. And the great thing was I didn't really put on any weight. I wasn't heavily losing weight, but none was going on. So I thought, well, this is pretty cool. I'm eating 3,500 calories and nothing's going on. I can't complain. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stick with this as long as I can. And I got really creative and I made plenty of gourmet different style recipes. If you're interested in seeing my recipes, the majority of them are on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at The Rawsome Truth. And got, super creative and it was great. It was perfect. What I have done this year going in is, yes, I want to start losing weight. I'm an established raw vegan now. It's part of my life. It's ingrained into me and I've built solid foundations. And you can't build a house without solid foundations. So I've built the solid foundations and this year for me has been all about building the house. So to answer your question, do I eat as much as I did when I started off? No way, no. I'm eating far less. Probably eating between 1,800 and 2,100 calories. 2,100 calories, not 21. 2,100 calories a day. So that's how much I'm eating, and I'm exercising, and I'm walking heaps because I'm traveling and I've got no transportation. So I'm doing a lot of exercise too, and I'm noticing that the weight is actually starting to come off, which is fantastic. Now, another reason you may need to eat more when you first start this lifestyle is the fact that you're coming if you're coming from a omnivore diet, you'll be used to feeling really heavy in the stomach from having animal products. So when you start eating fruit and veg, you don't get that heavy feeling. You feel light. Fruit digests really quickly and you've got a really light feeling all the time. And for someone like me who has always had the concept that I need to be full, and that was, part of my eating issues, and I had to really work out, Jade, you don't need to be really full. Just think about this. Your stomach is a balloon. So think about a balloon before you blow it up. It's just like, that's your stomach first thing in the morning. And let's say you're eating and you blow it up there. That's when you feel like, but you can just blow it up and it's nice and it's not going to explode and you feel comfortable. So that's really where you should be looking at eating too. And the amazing thing is when you're eating fruit and veg, you can only eat so much anyway because it's packed full of fibre, and hence why I started getting into the juices, because I really mentally couldn't handle the fact that I was going to not go hungry. It was all in my head. But I'm glad I did it that way. For me personally, I'm glad I did it that way because it really established healthy habits. And I am so established on this lifestyle now. It's a part of my life. It's, I just know that this lifestyle is for me. I feel so happy on it. I feel so healthy on it. I feel vibrant on it. And that's why this year, I'm building foundations. So I keep my calories between 1,800 and 2,100, and that's because I'm going to be honest, I want to lose weight. If I'm eating 3,500 calories, I'm not going to lose weight. I don't do enough exercise to warrant burning that off. I'd be having to ride or run or aerobics for a fair few hours for me to burn that off. So I had to be realistic and say, you know what, as much as it's great to have this abundance of food, let's just be realistic. And to be honest with you, I'm actually feeling more satisfied now that I'm eating less than I was last year. I think I'm feeling satisfied too because I'm starting to see a lot of physical results on my body. And, be honest, most women, we do want to see physical results too. As much as we can say, you know what, it's about my inner health. We like the outer health to shine as well. And I'm really starting to see that this year. So this year is all about building the house. And I think I'm going to build a wonderful house that is going to stand extremely tall. So I hope this answered the question of whether I'm eating less. Some people say they're eating less because their digestive system's working better, they're absorbing the nutrients better. For me, I don't know if it's any of that. I just know that I don't require as much. Anyway, that's my answer to the question. Don't forget, love your life and live free. Bye for now.